You can't make this up, and it's sad because there's always black women defending it. It's always black women defending it. Like, he made you mad enough to hit him, so leave him at the airport. What? Like, that doesn't even make any. I have to turn on my this is a reaction brain as opposed to logically trying to figure stuff out. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Find Your Formula Reacts. Now today, we're jumping into this Sha'Carri Richardson situation. Now, my question is this. If the roles were reversed, what do you guys think would happen? Obviously, we're going to play a clip here. She's putting her hands on this man, pushing him around, bullying him around. No one steps in, no one does anything. We've seen the story 1,000 times. What's crazy is the people that are still defending this behavior just because Sha'Carri is dope at what she does. I mean, I wouldn't beat her in a foot race, and none of you guys watching would beat her in a foot race either. So she's dope at what she does. She's an Olympic-level athlete. But that doesn't mean that she gets to put her hands on people, especially someone that she's supposed to be romantically involved with. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
Airport. The video shows Richardson shoving her boyfriend, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman, several times. According to court records, Richardson was arrested on a domestic assault charge and spent 18 hours in jail. She reportedly told police on the scene she was upset Coleman was using her headphones. The police report says Coleman declined to press charges.
Here's why it's so important, though. This is the takeaway that I want young men to kind of take from this situation, right? This is why it's important to pick a woman who is able to regulate her own emotions. All right. This could have gone very different for the young man here in the video that's getting pushed and bullied, right? All he had to do was put his hands back on her, and then that would have been the headline. That would have been the headline. And a lot of these same people that are defending her behavior would have made it about how black women are protected, would have made it about how, oh, we're the most victimized group of people and blah, 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 blah. But the minute she's in the wrong, we don't hear anything about it. We don't hear anything about it. In fact, we hear people defending her. Let's roll that clip right now.
Like saying she's a good person and all that type of stuff, which she probably still is, but I just watched the video of her like really pushing the shit and shoving the shit out of her boyfriend at the airport, which couples who argue at the airport, they kind of scare me. They do. I ain't gonna lie. It's just like certain couples that you probably wouldn't want to be around. Couples that argue at the airport and that argue like in front of friends, to me, like you just really don't give a fuck. But quiet as it's kept, it's a lot of men that actually kind of deal with that stuff in quiet. It's not really talked about a lot because it's just not taken seriously. Because even in that moment, what could he do? Because he knew if he just slapped the shit out of her, she would have been flying. A lot of people think it's cute to like put their hands on men until you get rocked. So I'm glad that he kept his composure. But at that point, I don't know. If this was my brother or my cousin or whatever, I'd just be like, y'all just need to break up. Because I think if you get to the point where y'all just heavily pushing each other and all that type of shit, especially in public where you just don't give a damn, I just feel like it's not worth it.
Yeah, so no, my bad. This woman is actually like kind of dope. It's kind of based, right? She's saying like, yeah, she might be a good person, but good people don't necessarily, hold themselves like that or conduct themselves like that in public. You know what I'm saying? And she's 100% right. If I was with a woman and she's mad at me for wearing her headphones, then be mad, but don't put your hands on me. All right, I'll leave you at the airport. Honestly, I don't give a. I'll leave you at the airport. Cancel the trip. Flight's over. I'm going home. I'm sending her home. But we're not going to continue to be in a relationship. But yeah, she wasn't defending Sha'Carri Richardson. She's basically saying like, yeah, it's messed up what she did. But again, the roles were reversed. We'd be having a whole different conversation. And she touched on that as well. Because like there's a quiet helplessness that men feel when they're in this situation, right? I've been in this situation before where like a woman has hit me and it hurt. And I'm like, what can I do? I can't hit her back. So I have to do just enough to stop getting hurt, but not so much to where I hurt her. It's this weird kind of dance that I have to do. And she's trying to hurt me. She's trying to hurt me 100%. But I I can't go DEFCON 9 because I'm going to hurt her. Now I'm the bad guy. But I can't just allow her to hit me because why would I do that? So I have to do like this weird kind of in between. And it's kind of a quiet helplessness because you can't ever really win. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to win that because how it's going to be perceived by the public and the narrative is going to be twisted, whatever. You're going to be the bad guy. It just is what it is. You're going to be the bad guy 10 times out of 10 and twice on Sunday. Like it just is what it is. It doesn't matter what she's done. One jab, everything's on you now. So she's right. You know, there's a lot of guys that it's just like, well, what can I do? Like, how do I conduct myself in this situation? I don't know. Let's look at a couple more clips here.
Do you think Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend might have cheated? Because she ran up on him. Like, she was... he was like carrying his luggage. She was like... and nobody did nothing. It was just a white man on the phone. I don't know if he was talking to his wife or calling 911. But she got him in the corner. Was like, bah, 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 bah.
So I don't know if this is a joke or not, but you notice it's funny when it's a guy being abused, right? It's a joke. It's ha ha he, right? But let's see what some of these comments are saying. This guy, again, full disclosure, I'm not even on TikTok a whole bunch, but I figured if I'm going to be making content like this, I need to be tapped into it. I hate this app so much, but let's check some of the comments. I don't care what he did. It's not an excuse to abuse him. Absolutely. She went through that man's phone. Haha. Or she's straight abusive, but who knows? I mean, it kind of seems like, there's a little bit of a mixed reaction. She claims it was because he was using her headphones. So you use my headphones. I'm mad. I'm going to start pushing you and punching you. Right? That's craziness. You need to leave her today.
Have called him cheating.
Mm-hmm. They're at the airport.
Yeah.
But they flew together. She was probably looking at his phone.
You can find out.
He's like, nah.
You can find out someone's cheating anywhere.
Phone.
That's what everybody's saying. She called her something in his
Oh.
They think it's more to it.
I got it. I got it. Okay.
Staged. She must have.
Yeah, there has to be more to it, right? Maybe she just sucks as a person. Maybe she's just abusive, like that one comment said. Maybe she's just wrong. Again, man, like the internet and the world does this very interesting thing a lot of the times where if a woman is wrong, there's some type of reasoning behind it. Even if the reasoning is she couldn't control her emotion. We saw the same thing. What happened with another famous person a couple years back, and that happened with Will and Jada. When Jada was talking about she had an entanglement. It was like, well, what did Will do? Maybe Will wasn't. How did Will, but maybe it was like, no, maybe Jada just sucks. Maybe that. Maybe that. How can we expect them to take accountability if we don't give them the opportunity to do so? Like society just takes all the burden off of women when it comes to problems like this. It's like, no, she's an abuser. In this footage, in this instance, she is abusing her boyfriend. She is abusing her significant other. It should be focused on that. So now my advice to young men is this. Focus on who you pick. Focus on who you pick, all right? If there's a woman that you're dating or you like and she's laughing and joking and hitting you and stuff like that, let her know off rip. Don't do that. Don't hit me. Yeah, don't hit me. That's the quickest way to end this relationship. The quickest way. Because here's the thing, right? If you don't say anything, it's only going to get worse. When you're dating somebody, that's the nicest they're going to be. Is when you're dating them. That's the best behavior, the nicest, that's the peak performance of that individual. So if that individual already in the nicest stage of y'all dating is already hitting you, putting hands on you, you got to nip that in the bud right then and there. And if it doesn't stop, you have to terminate the relationship. You have to, because it's only going to get worse. I'm really disappointed to see a lot of people, just justifying it, saying, well, what did he do? He must have done something. No, maybe she just sucks. But also the women of TikTok came to play, and some of them actually are holding her accountable. So we're going to get into some of that content right now.
Her straight hands on her straight man. Yes, I'm talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. I was showing on TikTok today, and I seen a man said that Christian Coleman, which is Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend, needs to leave Sha'Carri Richardson, his abuser. Now, my thing is this: I don't condone women hitting men. I don't condone men hitting women. I think you should keep your hands to yourself because it can go real bad, all types of bad. Put your hands on me, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah. Now, with that being said, what I find funny though is that the women who are condoning this behavior are the same women who will want you to persecute a man if he did it to a woman.
Exactly.
Sat and I listened to that panel, and I heard the men on there say, well, y'all need to persecute her to the fullest of the law like you would do a man. Because if a man did this, we all know what the consequences really would have been. Even if Sha'Carri would have dropped the charges like Christian Coleman did, and no other investigation would have been pursued, he still would have got hung and crucified. Is what the man.
Yeah, the court of public opinion is unjust in some situations. I mean, we see that with Johnny Depp as well, with the whole Amber Heard situation. He was found innocent, but the damage was already done. So yeah, if the roles were reversed and Sha'Carri was like, "No, I don't want to press charges," it doesn't matter. People already look at him as a monster. They already wrote him off. Might be losing some brand deals, whatever the case may be. And her guy's a good guy for not wanting to press charges because he had every right to do so. But I think that he didn't want to do that because he wanted to like still protect his girl and protect her career. So to a lot of women, they'll say that's a good man.
Honestly, I don't necessarily disagree. I think that women who beat on men help men who actually beat on women perpetuate the standard. Yeah, allow them to be able to keep doing. I think women who beat on men allow men the space to have an excuse and justification for putting their hands on women. So I say all this to say, women, stop putting your goddamn hands on men, and definitely men, stop putting your motherfucking hands on women. Okay, y'all women, y'all got to be very careful about that double standard. Okay, because when it come back around and that table turn, yeah, y'all not gonna like it. Okay, so let's just stop. All right, and all y'all women out here condoning it. I seen a video where the lady was really like happy, talking about, yeah, we the same type. Yeah, she run fast, so I know she hit hard. Yeah, I can't wait to see the video. Girl, please sit down. For the women who are getting abused right now, please sit your ass down and stop talking. Please, you're making it.
I didn't see that video. I need to try to find that video and react to it. But yeah, that's crazy for the woman who's saying she's happy about it. But she's 100% right. She brought up a good point. For the women who are like happy that this guy got abused, it just opens up the door for the men who are monsters that beat women to say, well, y'all do it. And we supposed to be equal. So equal rights, equal fights, mink, mink, mink. And then they're coming home to punch. You know what I'm saying? And that's not right. But again, she's 100% right. It's just like what happens with like women who are victims of SA. And you have a lot of women that say or have false allegations towards a man. It's the same thing. It's like, well, we don't know what's true now, but for the women who are actually victims, it kind of muddies the waters a little bit. So that's a very good point that she brought up here. I'm going to try to find that video that she's talking about, though, where that lady is happy about the abuse.
This message is for Sha'Carri Richardson. Ma'am, drop the boyfriend. Drop him now. Any man that make you mad enough to trip out at TSA, let him go. Because, baby, you are always allowing outside energy to come try to throw you off. We are still depending on you for the gold, ma'am. We are still depending on you to take us there because they said you couldn't. So we're happy and watching you and cheering you on to defeat the odds. So leave that nigga where he at. People talking about, I thought she had a girlfriend. Listen, we need you to leave that nigga where he at. You know these niggas always come to throw us off. You know send a nigga to throw you off and you gonna let him win? Girl, if you don't leave that nigga at the airport, leave that nigga in Seattle. Leave that nigga in Seattle. Don't you talk to that nigga once y'all land. Leave that nigga in Seattle and go get us the goal.
So leave him at Seattle, even though you can't. You can't make this up, and it's sad because there's always black women defending it. It's always black women defending it. Is it like, he made you mad enough to hit him, so leave him at the airport. What? Like, that doesn't even make any... I have to turn on this is a reaction brain as opposed to logically trying to figure stuff out. Let's read some of the comments here. I can only wait to see what these people have to say. Why are you automatically assuming he did something first? It's obvious you guys don't want to use common sense. So that's why you're shocked that the rest of us do, okay? I'm guessing that the rest of us do. And maybe he didn't, but don't act as dumb as if that's not going to be a lot of people's first thought.
Now, why would I read that somebody got upset and attacked somebody and not think that, oh, in order for them to have attacked somebody they're in a relationship and love, they might have been patronized. Why would I not think that? Why would I read something of a young girl being angry somewhere and think, oh, she just was angry out the blue? I'm not a man. I don't assume that women just do random things. Unlike you, I look for accountability. Why would I assume? Why would I?
What? This is the opposite of accountability. Bruh, I'm gonna let her finish. But how is it that you can say you're looking for accountability for Sha'Carri Richardson beating up her boyfriend in an airport by saying that he must have done something to get her that emotional to where she wants to beat him up in an airport? That's not accountability. If anything, is victim blaming. If anything. So I don't what?
Why would I just think that a girl, looking at me, I'm a girl, I'm gonna think another girl just randomly is gonna hit somebody?
Let's say she put her hands on him. He does that. Does that make him wrong? Tell me you're slow or just rage bait. People.
When y'all make comments like this, what do y'all mean? Because y'all make it seem like just because somebody attacked you, they just attacked you out of the sky. You are human. Most of the time when humans act out of place is because they were triggered. I'm not saying her reaction was correct, but I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh no, he was just living his life, la, 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 la. And here came Sha'Carri and bow, knocked his ass out. No, I'm a human, I'm a woman too. I know that things happen. But if any time, at any time, if something happens where you feel like you need to put your hands on somebody, get the fuck away from them, especially when it's somebody like her. She got a lot of money on the line. He might got a lot of money on the line, but we don't know him. My concern not about him. You asking me like I'm his mama, or I'm not like. Come on.
Okay, like this is just one example of a person
Boyfriend,
who
drop him
clearly doesn't think that Sha'Carri can do anything wrong, and it's women like that that are a part of the problem, because they're not going to hold their superhero accountable. You know what I'm saying? That guy didn't do anything wrong. That guy's a victim in this situation. And again, young men, remember, pick wisely, pick correctly. You don't want to deal with a woman who's going to be putting her hands on you. You don't want to be dealing with a woman who's going to be acting crazy the minute she doesn't get her way or something like that. Pick correctly, because if you don't, you are going to pay for it dearly. Guys, that is all I have for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget the best way to help out the channel is to watch another one of the videos that you see popping up on the screen right now. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.